I just ate a slice of Ezekiel bread with that earth balance, organic, whatever you want to call it, that my mom buys now instead of buying butter. It's made out of soy. It's organic, but, yeah. She discovered it and she likes it. And, that's my B complex. Mega food vitamin. And I also ate some of my mom's cottage cheese. Non-organic people, so that's one of the ways that I cheat, you know what I mean? I cheat on doing all organic. I don't do 90, I do mostly organic, but I don't do 100% organic. My mom goes grocery shopping, she buys Ghirardelli dark chocolate caramel, one of those big ones, and with 8 little pieces, we split that whenever she goes grocery shopping. That's our treat. So I cheat on that, and obviously I cheat if I buy a donut at Dunkin' Donuts, or one of those, and obviously I cheat on booze. Booze is not organic. But for the most part, I don't cheat, and that's another way. And Joe says the same thing about himself. He's, he no longer drinks and whatever, so he's very strict about, like, if he ever gets involved with a woman again, she'll have to be in the same lifestyle, healthy, organic lifestyle. I'm definitely not that rigid. But the fact that I only do organic and don't eat meat at all, it does, it does hamper. That's not the right word. It does limit what kind of men I could be with, But I wouldn't want to be with a guy who wants to go out to eat all the time anyway. I'm not like that. I don't like to go out to, you know what I mean? But even, I don't eat meat, and I will eat non-organic, but only on occasion. You know what I mean? Only on occasion. I wouldn't do it on a regular basis. Anyway, but I do cheat. I steal my mom's cottage cheese, and then we all know I don't eat the meat except once or maybe twice in the last 2 years since I started doing this. Almost 2 years. 2 years this August. Since I quit eating meat altogether. I, as you know, very recently I cheated when I was shit-faced, and I chowed down on chicken thighs, and I felt very guilty the next day. Chowed down on them like an animal. I stood in front of the fridge. It was, I hadn't had it. I hadn't had chicken in, almost, over a year, and I used to love chicken thighs. You think I just stopped loving meat? I love steak. I love meat. I love meat. I quit eating it because of what I know goes on in the factory farms. Not just the cruelty, but the disgusting things that they do to those animals. And, you don't want to know. But you really should know. And then, because I found out, I watched Fast Food Nation, and I read a book about, I knew all about this stuff years ago, and I still continued to eat meat. Recently, I decided to stop eating meat. When I decided to go all organic, I decided to stop eating meat as well. But I love meat, but I choose to not eat it, you know. Joe chooses because of the health reasons, what goes on in the factory farms, if you know, make you disgust you. And it's not a conspiracy theory. A lot of times people in this world, they want to think anything that it's unpleasant to think about. Like if it's unpleasant to them, then they just want to call it a conspiracy theory. It can't possibly be true. It is true. It is true. You don't have to believe me. It's no sweat off my back, believe me or not. But anyway, yeah, I do cheat. I cheat on sweets. Bobby wasn't obese, but he was heavy. He had a belly, whatever. And he sometimes would bring home from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Had this, I think it was Kentucky Fried Chicken. Was it Kentucky? Whatever it was. This delicious lemon cake. Oh, it was moist. It was so good. One time Bobby got it in the grocery store too. Got it at Market Basket. It was almost tasted the same as the one in the fast food place. It was really, really delicious. Remember, the fast food place they order the cakes from somewhere. They don't make them. And my thing with cake has to be moist. You know, that's the thing. It has to be moist. I hate dry cake. And for the record, I've gotten a piece of cake in a restaurant before where you pay a lot of money for a dessert and the cake wasn't moist. You know, this cake that came from Kentucky Fried Chicken or something, it was delicious. It was really delicious. I cheated on that, but I do mostly organic, you know. I do cheat, but my cheating is limited. And I don't cheat on meat. It's just I got shit-faced and didn't care, you know. I got shit-faced and didn't care. I told you about that time. I don't know if there was another time. Was there another time I ate the chicken thigh? And remember, if I wasn't living here with my mom, there would be no temptation of meat because I wouldn't have it. I ate the fucking cold chicken thigh that came home shit-faced, and I hadn't had meat in over a year, and I ate the friggin' chicken thigh because it was in there, and my mom had cooked them, and they were in there. I ate it cold. I ate it in front of the refrigerator like an animal. And I enjoyed every bite, and I licked my fingers afterwards. I'm being funny, but you know what I mean? I enjoyed it, but, you know, I'm not going to start doing it on a regular basis. I mean, disease is it's rampant in our country, and I mean it's on the rise. Disease is so prevalent. I mean, it's like one out of every two people is gonna get this type of cancer and that type of cancer. You know, I'm just trying to up my odds of not getting sick. And yeah, it's worth it to me to do the organic and to not eat the factory farm meat, to increase my chances of not getting sick. It's because I don't want to be here, you know what I mean? But if I am here, I don't want to be sick, see? I don't want to be here at all. We've already established that. I've been saying that, I mean, forever, okay? While I am here, I would do everything in my power just to not get sick. Because the likelihood of getting sick, I mean, it's so high, the percentage of people, you know what I mean? I think it's like 1 out of 3. 1 out of every 3 people will develop some type of cancer in their life. But then there's other diseases with it. I mean, the odds are that they'll say, well, 1 out of this and 1. I mean, it all adds up to a lot of fucking people getting sick. Okay. I didn't go back to sleep. I'm not even supposed to break my fast. Me as in anybody, none of us. If you fast, you are not, even for a day, you are not supposed to break your fast by having what I just had. You know, the toast with butter, or the toast with earth balanced soy spread, organic soy spread, whatever the fuck. And and I had a tomato, an organic tomato on top of that, and then some cottage cheese. You're supposed to actually break your fast with like some piece of fruit, or, you know. But think about it, I went 3 whole days fasting, and then I really didn't eat much on Friday, and then I didn't eat anything yesterday, you know. I had that bread and the butter, in quotations, butter quotations. I wanted something tasty, you know. I bought all that crap from, it's not crap, it's good stuff, but I bought it all from Vitacost, trying for the first time millet and, what else? Farro, millet, something else. I haven't cooked any of it. I haven't cooked any of it, peeps. Haven't. I should. I bought it to try. I bought it because I got that Form and First magazine and whatever, First Form, whatever it was. The one that's more expensive than the one I get all the diets on the front. That's only $1.79. This one's $2.79. But and it had all about ancient grains and how good they are for you, and you know, and et cetera, et cetera. So I'd wanted to try all different ones that they had listed. And then I did. Haven't made them. I haven't made any of it. Guess I haven't felt like it. I gotta make my oatmeal concoction again. My mom loves that concoction. It's better for her than having just organic Cascadian Farms granola, fruit and nut, or oats and honey that she has every morning. I love being a person who makes smoothies, and now I make NutriBlast because, for one of the reasons, is no more throwing away bananas. One banana got so rotten that it turned to liquid, and then you can't, you know, I had to throw that one away. Inside the skin, it turned to liquid. I'd never seen that before. But the rest, even if you have rotten bananas, just like you can put rotten bananas in, you're supposed to put them in banana bread. If you're someone who makes smoothies, your bananas are never going to go rotten. When they reach a point, if you don't eat them fast enough, they ripen too fast. You don't eat them fast enough, like it happens in this household. You throw them in the freezer and you're good to go. They'll last forever in the freezers. That's good, because you know I hate to waste food. I hate to waste food for a number of reasons. Because it's expensive, and because, you know, think of other people that don't have enough to eat. You know, I hate to waste food, period. I don't like to waste food. There are videos out here, I don't know the titles of them, and I can't access them. They're past my 3,000 point that you're limited on YouTube. They started that over a year ago. You can't go past page 100 with 30 videos to a page. It's 3,000 videos, and I have over 6,000 videos, but I used to sit in my storage unit sometimes and create videos, as some of you may know. I do have videos out there. My new videos is 6 videos, 7 videos, whatever, I've created recently. Hello, welcome to Alicia's World. Well, I have old videos out there created my storage unit, like, I think, welcome to my world of hell, you know. But I titled that, as I said, I learned how to set up my channel itself. I learned from one of those to-do guys who tell you how to do shit on YouTube. And the videos are very informative, and I learned how to set up my channel to have a video feature that welcomes news, you know. It welcomes anyone who's not subscribed to my channel. You know, that video will play, so I figured you make it real short. They said short and snappy, try to get people to subscribe to your channel. And I did it, hello, welcome to Alicia's World. And then since I created a whole bunch of videos last night, I just decided to label them all that, and then part 1, part 2, part 3, you know, and then a couple today. I'm labeling the same thing. I don't know, how I'm ever going to get out of this rut of staying up all night and sleeping in the daytime. It's just not good. But when how do you ever get out of it? Because you do it, and then you're awake at night. I think the way I'm going to have to get out, the way I might have a chance in hell of getting out of this rut, is because reading makes me sleepy. I think even if I'm not sleepy, if I, say, lie down in this bed, you know, maybe right after the news at 11, or even maybe earlier, because I don't really have to watch the 11 o'clock news. I can watch the 6 o'clock news, I can just not watch news at all. But, and I read one of the books that I haven't read, the 50 Shades Freed, or, you know, Cheryl Strayed's Wild, or From Reverence to Rape, the one I've repeatedly renewed. How long ago did I get that? Months ago, huh? I got that in the wintertime, people, and I haven't read word one of it. That, I believe, might solve my problem, because if I just make myself sleepy reading, I should be able to fall asleep. At least aim for 1 a.m. instead of going to bed at 3:30, 4 a.m., you know. I need to get new earplugs in any case, because my mom's up with Homer at 6 in the morning. And going to bed at 3:30 and being woken up at 6 is not pleasant, to say the least. In fact, it's extremely unpleasant. Right next to Bog. Well, he never went poo-poo, but apparently he didn't have to go, because he's able to go back to sleep, and he's not bugging me to go out or anything. I even left him alone, which was dumb of me to do, but I don't want, he was asleep, I don't want to bother him when I went to go make my breakfast. I think that's why I'm starting to not feel good. I didn't sleep. Remember, I can go to bed 3:30 or 4 in the morning, listen to my earplugs, I won't hear anything. Mom could turn the TV on and I won't hear it. I mean, any noise that she might make, him screeching in the cage, I hear it regardless, even with my earplugs in, you know, like I did the video, you know. Earplugs are no match for the screeching beast. The screeching beast versus the earplugs. Screeching beast will win every time. He's in that video. If at some point I feel so inclined, I'll search through all my videos that I can, I'm able to access, and try to find. That's not easy to do, to find every video that has Omer in it, because a lot of times he's just a very small part of the video. He shows up, or, you know. Know what I mean? But I did add some videos that I found. I added up to Puck of Love, so. Into my original poetry and songs, in parentheses, then Alicia Roll, that playlist. I can go find all my videos of A Taste of Alicia's World, where I did each poem. I think, I don't know if I did all 111 that are out on my website. I did one video for each, but remember, each video is usually only a minute or two, as long as the poem. It could be under a minute, it could be a little over, you know. I think I did all 111, but I deleted a lot of them because they weren't getting any views. And I was trying to, remember, I've tried to delete some of my videos that had no views, or 0 views, or a couple of views, or under 10 views, because I wanted to be able to access more videos past that, you know, 3,000 video limit, you know. But I can put some of those out on that playlist now that I know that I can add videos again to my playlist. It's possible it was never that I couldn't add videos. It was a new way of doing it when they would turn to Giggle Plus, and I was unfamiliar with how to do it. So it could have been totally something I could have done all along and just didn't know. Or it could have been one of those things that you can't do it anymore unless you're a Google Plus member, you know. YouTube was very, very, very adamant about, their thing was trying to get everybody to become a Google Plus member. You know what I mean? They made things more difficult for people who are not Google Plus members. As you guys know, the reason I chose to not be a Google Plus member is I was trying to keep a low profile, and if I was going to become a Google Plus member, since they let you change your name to anything, I might change my name from Done With This Life 1 to Alicia Roll Lives On. But remember, I wanted to go as long as possible without Auntie finding out about my channel. Once she found out, and I would never ask her how she found out, you know, all these years she didn't ever know, so she found out after all these years. I doubt it was by accident. I'm sure she went investigating to try to, I have no idea how she found out, but she did. And then it didn't matter. Then it doesn't matter. Now I can become a Google Plus member, change my channel name to the much more optimistic, much more, you know, uplifting Alicia Roll Lives On than Done With This Life 1, you know. I have no idea, by the way, why it was originally Done With This Life 1 as opposed to just Done With This Life. It might have been a thing where, I don't know how come. I don't think anyone else has Done With This Life as their channel. Why it had the 1 at the end of it, there was some reason. Something happened where even though it didn't take, where it really wasn't my channel, it says this channel's already taken, so I had to add the 1 to it at the end. I forget why, but I know that's the reason. I don't think anybody else had that name Done With This Life. Maybe they did, and that's why I had to add the 1 to it. Who knows? Well, creating these videos does fortunately make me sleepy. Mom will be home soon. This shirt that I'm wearing, I like it. I got it from my mother. It was one of her shirts that she would never wear. Remember, when she's sick, she kind of, acquires things. I've discovered many an interesting thing among my mom's clothes. Many an interesting item of clothing, that I know she never wore. I've worn this top out in public before, but not very often. It's a very, bold, vibrant, in-your-face kind of top. Okay. My head's starting to hurt, and I would imagine I just ate something. I think my head's starting to hurt because I'm overtired. So the new plan, best laid plans. But the new plan I'm going to try, hopefully, is to just read. Try to make myself sleepy reading. It's not healthy for me to be having these type of sleeping habits. It just isn't healthy. Healthy or not, I don't want to do it anyway, I want to go to bed at a reasonable hour, and I don't want to be staying up all night and sleeping when it's light out. Light still creeps in. You guys have seen my videos. You've seen that I have the sheets hanging up. You only see the one window, but I have it on the other window too. Light still creeps in. I want it to be normal. I want to sleep at night in the pitch dark. I'd still have those hanging up because I don't want any street lights shining in either. I want it to be completely, totally pitch dark. Because that is the ideal environment for any of you, anybody to sleep in, is a pitch dark room. Alrighty. This is going to be another hello, welcome to Alicia's World. After today, I won't be titling the videos that. Just these videos, I titled that. These series of 7, I think. We're at 7 now. Including the 3 where I was just trying to see how trying to figure out what I could say on my welcome video. To welcome people who are not subscribed to my channel. To invite them to subscribe. To welcome them.